Well, welcome back.
Hey guys, how's it going? We have some cool stuff to share. We have an exciting season we're entering. We have the Christmas season, Christmas shopping.
Wait a minute. What, did you go for Thanksgiving? Did you eat Thanksgiving dinner?
I'm Brazilian. We started Thanksgiving at the Brazilian soccer game at 1 o'clock, which is...
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That was on Thanksgiving?
That was on Thanksgiving. We won. For those of you who don't watch the World Cup, because it's a communist sport, but I love it. So we watched it.
That's that soccer thing.
That's that soccer thing. You play with the feet, you dive, yellow cards, that stuff. So we watched it. It was fun. So anyway.
Yeah, we went to New Orleans.
Yeah.
So
you still hungover?
Yeah, when you go to New Orleans, you have to play by their rules. That's how it works.
Nice.
It's breakfast shots and then Bloody Marys until noon, and then the heavy liquor sets in.
Then the heavy liquor sets in. Funny. All right. Well, y'all, we like to talk about bars a lot on this show. If this isn't your first podcast, you know that. So that's kind of in line with us.
Okay, so you want to talk about Thanksgiving. Did you do Black Friday shopping?
We didn't do Black Friday. We went Saturday for a little bit and hopped around some stores, but it was really weird. And I have data to prove that my hunch was correct. It was like not crazy.
Yeah. Which
is, it's just interesting. It's like consumer habits have like totally changed in terms of shopping.
Yeah. So I was in New Orleans, obviously, and we did do a little bit of shopping.
Black Friday?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, I went to Target and did a couple of things or whatever, but still, like, I felt like the store was busy.
Uh-huh.
There were lots of people in there, but, like, the crazy deals that people get in line for and, like, the parking lot's jam-packed early in the morning. Didn't see a lot of that.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of that has to do with just habits are changing and the way you shop is different. I mean, a study came out that 48% of holiday shopping has been via cell phones.
That's crazy.
So, yeah, when you think about like how things have changed, you used to line up, wait outside with tents, and you go by your Xbox and whatever.
You had to run and then fight somebody for it.
Yeah. And now it's just like boop, boop, boop. It's already or it's probably already in your cart and you're just waiting for the Black Friday price to hit and then boom, purchase, which is crazy. But interestingly enough, like sales are still up 3%.
Yeah.
Right. And in terms of brick and mortar.
Well, wait, is that? Oh, it's brick and mortar or total with the online up too?
I don't know. I think it's brick and mortar.
I think it's brick and mortar.
Yeah, I think it's just brick and mortar. Sales. I think online sales are up significantly.
Yeah.
But brick and mortar sales are up like 3%. So I don't know. It's just this weird like phenomenon that's happening, and I don't know like. I just don't know what it means. I mean, obviously sales are great because they're up, and last year was a record year for brick and mortar. Mm-hmm. And then so the fact that they're up yet again. But I think a lot of it has to do with like, how do you create that experience and bring people in? How do you make it more enjoyable or more desirable of an experience than getting on your phone and clicking purchase and it's there in 2 days, or if you're in some cities, 1 day. So I went to Ocala on Saturday and it was fairly busy, and they do a great job of like creating this excellent atmosphere of service and so on and so forth. They make you a cocktail. They have a full bartender.
They always do a good job there.
Yeah.
But that's why they do a good job. They're great about thinking about the extra touches and that experience when you're in the store. Yeah, I think it was interesting you talking about going shopping on Saturday because it has a name. I think it's like Small Business Saturday, or is it local?
I think it's Small Business Saturday.
Small Business Saturday.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot more of that. So when we went on Saturday in New Orleans, we went to Magazine Street. Are you familiar with New Orleans at all?
Not as familiar as you
anyway,
are.
Magazine Street, which has a lot of the local small shops, and they were super busy, and it was pouring rain. So cool. I think some of that, talking about consumer habits changing, as people are starting to get wise to, alternative, sites to go find their goods. What's good for the community and what's local and.
Like using Jones Hour for your commercial real estate needs?
Oh, yeah. We are local. That's a good one. And then, we're recording this podcast still in November, first part of December, whatever. So it's actually Cyber Monday today, the day that we're recording this. So it'll be interesting for me to see how the online sales correlate.
Yeah. Well, we're not allowed to shop on Cyber Monday.
No, we're brick and mortar only.
Brick and mortar.
That's right.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Now it'll be interesting to see. I've got this note here. I mean, global sales. When you're talking about, brick and mortar versus just traditional online sales. all in all, it's up 17%. So that's from Shopify. So they probably have as good a data as anybody. But that was Black Friday. So it'll be interesting to see going into Cyber Monday where sales go. It'd be really interesting to see the Small Business Saturday, which I'm sure we'll see the data for that soon. And it's weird, it's kind of boring to talk about data sometimes, but it is fascinating when we look at like how it's evolving in our world and like day-to-day needs in terms of what we do and our clients. But going back to like the experiential stuff, we've got like a lot of really cool stuff happening in our community that kind of is Christmas centric and experiential, and I think it's cool. I think we need to like point some of that stuff out. And
sure. What's an example?
Well, the liquor store on Broad. If you have not been to a liquor store, it is a restaurant in an old liquor store done by Lisa and Luis Toro, owners of City and State as well. Super cool. But they do every year. They do like this. The Christmas miracle. I forget what they call it, but it's imagine if like just somebody threw up Christmas in the most tasteful way in a restaurant, and like everything's Christmas centric. So like the cocktails are really cool, Christmassy. The decor is out of this world. Anyway, they do that, and it's something we try to do every year. We get a group of us, we go there, and like it's what you could do dinner there, but you can also just grab a few cocktails, and it's really, really cool.
That's fun.
So that's something we like to do. I don't know. What do y'all like to do?
Oh gosh. I don't know. We go to the Peabody. They have the big tree down there, and it's a fun place to be in the holidays. It feels like they've done it up right there, but that's a long-standing tradition. I don't know about anything new or exciting.
No, but I mean, people kind of don't think about that, especially Memphis. We forget how like huge the Peabody is in terms of a tourist attraction. And it is really cool. They have the huge Christmas tree. I don't know if it's up yet, but I bet it's
huge. It's got to be like 20, 30 feet. It's huge.
Yeah. Go. Like there are a few things better than like going to the Peabody for like a drink in that bar and sitting by they generally have like the piano player and get a martini, get a whatever. It's a cool spot.
Yeah. I guess some of the other stuff that my kids like to do are like the lights. We drive around and look at the house decorations, but there's a couple. I think the zoo has a deal where it's zoo lights, and then
Shelby Farms.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you can't forget about Shelby Farms.
What is that? Starry Nights?
Starry Nights.
That's what it's called.
Yeah. And they do one night where you can like actually go walk or bike, which we've done a couple of. It's really cool. It's like pedestrian only.
Huh.
And you go walk it or bike it or whatever. We take our dogs. And sometimes we've also done it like where we'll go like walk it, and then we'll end up at like Coastal Fish Company for dinner.
Okay.
Really cool. I mean,
okay.
I can't beat that. But yeah, Starry Nights it's crazy. We always try to take people when they come in town to it, and it's like an hour wait sometimes, like from the time you hit, was it Farm Road all the way to to the entrance. But it's a cool. That's been here forever. I guess it stopped for a little while when they were doing the renovations, maybe.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fun event. My kids have kind of outgrown it, I think.
I haven't.
Oh, good.
Go walk it. It's a different vibe.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, you should do it.
If I asked Chloe to go to Starry Nights, I would get such an eye roll. She would be like, no.
She get an eye roll about everything.
Well, I guess she is 15. That's how it works.
Yeah, well, she'll love you one day again. So speaking of like aged out, so Dustin and I were talking about like a Christmas wish list for Memphis and like what that looks like. And something on my list, I think we should go kind of down. We don't go down the whole list, but
this is an interesting idea because wouldn't that make us Santa?
It would make us Santa. So if you have any wishes,
send them our way.
Please send them our way. Actually, that's a great idea. After the podcast, send them to us.
Yeah,
and we'll tell you which ones we can grant and which ones we cannot.
We'll make the phone calls and figure it out.
There you go. But one thing that we aged out of, but I would like to come back, is Laser Quest. Do you remember Laser Quest?
Laser Quest was awesome.
It was the absolute best.
You could still play laser tag at Putt Putt though.
Yeah, but it's not the same. It's not Laser Quest. It's not like. I like Laser Quest because it's like you're on your own. You can like team up with somebody and be a fake team, but like then you shoot that person in the back, and like.
So do they have? Is there? I don't think there's another chain out there that does laser tag anymore.
I don't know.
I'm not aware of it.
I don't know. We should write that down because it's my wish.
Maybe somebody has been to one cool that they should send us something.
Yeah, that's true. If you've been somewhere cool, send it to us. That'd be cool.
So, ice skating. We don't have ice skating in Memphis anymore.
We don't.
Maybe we have the place in Olive Branch in North Mississippi.
I don't know.
The ice house or something. I don't know. I feel like I need to go break my ankle doing ice skating.
I got a concussion at the Mall of Memphis ice skating rink.
Okay, rewind then. We don't need ice skating.
So that's fine.
Okay, so seriously, what's on your wish list for Memphis?
So let's start with H-E-B. Anyone who's ever lived in Texas knows that H-E-B is the best grocery store in the world. But they will not.
Well, we only need Kroger in Memphis.
H-E-B is the best grocery store in the whole world. And they have Central Market, which is like their mega fresh market, Whole Foods, but way better. It's
okay. Somebody's going to fight you over Publix then.
Publix would be good.
Have you ever been to the Amazon grocery store? Like the one
like Whole Foods?
No. Like the real Amazon. I don't know what they call it.
Amazon Go or Amazon Fresh? Amazon Fresh.
I think it's Amazon Fresh. Yeah, I went when I was in Seattle. It's unbelievable. You can take like the thing off of the shelf, you place it into the cart, and it rings up.
What if you put it back?
It comes off the bill.
What if you put it in the wrong spot?
It doesn't matter.
That makes no sense.
Some robot comes and picks it and moves it back.
Makes no
it is
sense.
very cool. And then at the end, like instead of like going and like pulling everything out onto a conveyor belt, you just like roll through this like exit thing, and it's just like ching, and you're done.
You just take the cart with you?
It's yours. Yeah, that's part of it. No,
I don't
you
understand.
have to bag it up.
You have to bag it yourself.
yeah.
That's cool.
It's still very cool.
I've never been. I guess I should check it out when I'm out west. I don't know. Cool. Are they rolling that out at all?
I don't know.
Memphis is probably top on their list.
The last time I talked to them, they were like, before Chicago and New York, we're looking at Memphis.
Nice.
That's the story of our life.
Love it. Okay.
Are we still on groceries? Because we talk about Rouse's. You ever been to a Rouse's?
I have at the beach. I love Rouse's.
Unbelievable. They have great seafood too. I don't know how that translates to Memphis, but that'd be.
In Gulf Shores and Orange Beach, they have great seafood.
Well, they're based in New Orleans. Okay. Regional. They can get here.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Another one that I have. Well, I was talking about like Laser Quest. So I'd like some experiential stuff like doesn't have to be like one or the other, but like the Punch Bowl social, Pinstripes, Brooklyn Bowl, like, 10, 15 lanes.
So I've been to a Punch Bowl social. I don't think I've been to a Brooklyn Bowl, or what was the other one you said? Pinstripes?
Pinstripes.
Are they all bowling?
Bowling Barrel. Yeah, but they're bowling, but they're not like a Billy Hardwick's bowling. Nothing against Billy Hardwick. Billy's great, right? But it's like instead of like 60 lanes, it's like 15 or 20 lanes, full restaurant, bar. It's like Top Golf, Billy Hardwick's baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I don't know. It could be really cool.
Well, okay.
We got some spots for them. Maybe they'll listen to us.
You know what we need? We need more breakfast.
Like Egg Slut.
Egg Slut would be good.
I love Egg Slut.
They have 3 of them in the country.
So if my mother's listening, Egg Slut is a restaurant.
I've been to the one in Vegas.
I've been to the one in Vegas.
It's wrapped around the corner every day.
David Chang's place. Well, I think it's like David Chang's like an investor. He thinks he's the money behind it.
See that the Mamafuku guy?
Yeah.
He has a dessert concept too.
Milk bar.
Yeah.
The real milk bar.
Yeah.
Not.
He's like a podcaster, entertainer guy too, isn't he?
He's a podcaster too? Must be cool.
He's not as cool as us, but I think he has shows on Netflix.
He is on that. What's that show called? That's super cool. Chef's Table.
He doesn't do Chef's Table.
He's on Chef's Table.
Yeah, but he's not. Did I tell you the story about going to Chicago and Kelly wanting to go to
the guy's hands are the one in the Chef's Table?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. That's basically the most famous person I've ever met. Who's the most famous person you've ever met?
Cal Ripken Jr.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, we have a picture together.
That's awesome.
He and Archie Manning were in a box together, and I bypassed Archie and went to Cal Ripken.
You were where? In a box at
the Ole Miss game, football game. One and only.
That's what we need in Memphis, is an NFL team.
We don't need an NFL team. We have the Grizzlies.
Fair enough.
Okay. Take that one off.
What about
of
an
your wish list.
MLS soccer team?
Be awesome.
You would love that?
Makes so much sense.
Okay.
So hopefully the state of Tennessee decides that we are part of their state.
Are we building a new soccer stadium? Is that what you guys
I was going to say? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The Nashville gets $2 billion for a football stadium that they already have. We asked for like $300 million for a soccer Liberty Bowl renovation.
Well, I think the Nashville Stadium's using state funds, so
yeah,
our property taxes are funding that stadium.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, love it.
Our franchise and excise tax and our whatever. I digress. Anyway, I would love to see a Cordish concept here. The Cordish family, like
that's Texas Live
Ballpark Village.
Yeah.
Mainly, I don't even need all the other stuff, but I want a PBR here.
Is that the bull riding thing?
Yeah.
Have you ever ridden a bull?
Yeah.
Not a real bull, but like the bull riding thing at PBR.
At PBR.
So it's interesting, if a woman gets on there, this may sound sexist, but they like don't turn it up as high. Because I've watched a woman like really like last on it for a while, and then I get on it 5 minutes later, I'll fall off at like 30 seconds. It's like they turn it up higher.
That whole thing could be taken so differently.
It's hard is what I'm saying.
Oh, man. It's hard. You're right. And thank you for coming to our show today, guys. No, I'm just kidding.
They have a different concept, too, called Sport and Social, which is like has maybe sports gambling in it, or it's a sports bar at the very least, right?
Yeah, it's a sports bar, and I guess we can share that. That was looking at Memphis, and I think it's still kind of puttering around Memphis, but
right.
It's a hard deal to do. I mean, it's like heavy investment from the landlord.
It's big, too, 10,000 square feet or something, right?
Yeah, it's a big one. If we can land that would be awesome.
Yeah.
It's like great food. I've been to one. Great food.
So I haven't been to one. Is it like if you go to like Texas Live and it's like the main bar? Is that what that is, or it's different from that?
No, it's like different from that. It would be like if you go to like Ballpark Village, you know how you have like all the different like bars that are like separated. It would be like one of those, but it would be really big.
Okay.
And it has like stadium seating, and it's almost like if you like a sports book from Vegas combined with like really great like bar atmosphere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's cool.
I'm following now. Yeah, that's cool.
It's really cool. And I think depending on the state, if one, you have to have sports betting legal in the state, but two, depending on the state, like whether it's like FanDuel or DraftKings or whatever, that's who they like partner with. So you're actually like betting through whatever.
Right.
Anyway,
so,
it's cool.
Okay. All right. So sports bar related, we need a walk-ons in town.
Walk-ons would be sick.
Have you ever been to a walk? The walk-ons in Oxford we've been to together.
Yeah. Walk-ons is awesome.
Yeah. Good food, lots of sports.
It's like an elevated sports bar though, right? Like the food's really good.
Yeah.
Like which is important because like if I go to Brittany and I'm like, hey, let's go to Buffalo Wild Wings, she's like, see ya.
Yeah.
But walk-ons is like really good. And I think it's Drew Brees. Like, is he an owner?
I think so. Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
So anyway, that would be a cool one. So I don't know. We've got a good list started. I think.
I'd really like to hear what other people's what's on their wish list for Memphis.
Well, let's.
So it used to be Trader Joe's and Whataburger, and those got knocked off the list. So what's next?
Container Store was on that list. It's checked off.
Yeah. Top Golf.
Maybe instead of like a Nordstrom rack, like a Nordstrom, like a high. I guess we have Oak Hall, which is great, but like no buts. We have Oak Hall. It's great.
Yeah.
But we've never had a look from like a Nordstrom or a Saks. Well, now they're not going to because they're not expanding anymore because that whole concept of what they are is not expanding. But
what's the place we went to in Detroit that was awesome? Shinola
was super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was. They had like their own hotel.
Yeah.
And the leather brand and the bars and the restaurants.
Make bikes too, maybe.
They make bikes. Yeah. Well, they started off as like a shoe polish. Like what's that saying? Was it from shit to Shinola? Is that what it was? That was their pitch phrase.
Oh, okay.
Or their catchphrase or their slogan or whatever, and that was like a shoe polish.
Okay.
And then obviously people stopped polishing their shoes. It folded a long time ago, and they like rebirthed as a leather goods, bikes, stuff like that. It's cool, and they have like their own furniture line. And
Crate and Barrel should be on the list too. That'd be a good one.
Crate and Barrel would be sick.
They did Nashville.
Restoration Hardware.
That'd be sick.
I feel like we could support a Restoration Hardware really well.
Yeah.
I mean, I know like at one point they were kind of like perusing softly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, very softly. It's a very soft tread.
Okay.
Like 1,000-foot macro level, like, see ya.
What's it look like over there?
Yeah. Yeah, but it was cool, I guess. So, anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'd be interested to hear some of our listeners' thoughts. So I'm not sure where you found us today, whether it was Instagram, Facebook, the website, YouTube,
whatever.
Drop some comments on whatever social media platform you're on. If you found us through the website, you can send us an email, and we're happy to get back to you. Make some phone calls.
Yeah, awesome. We appreciate y'all being with us today. Everyone have a Merry Christmas. Have a Happy New Year, and we'll see you guys after the New Year.